you have, when you mentioned it a couple times, and when I will watch the show, and sometimes I'd send you a text or an email, the incredible relationship that Garrett and the commissioner had in that show. Sometimes the work, the scenes, I can only say it, the intimacy of those two characters and like the knowing each other, it's amazing. It must have been like electric when you be rehearsing or doing it, or how did that? I mean, I know you care about each other off screen, but it's so palpable. It's like, breathtaking at times. And then I want you to talk about the three amigos. I call you guys the three amigos, because the three of you together with him, and then when you're all the four of you, it's like, and was it hard for you when they started bringing more people into your confidante circle with him, as an actor?
So Tom called me just 3 days ago. Here's Tom Selleck. He calls me and goes, "Hey, I'm going to go throw the first ball at Comerica Park for Magnum PI Day at Tiger Stadium. If you're in Detroit or in Michigan, I would love for you to be there." And Julie and I are going to be in Michigan for my cousin's wedding that weekend, the day before.
Oh, that's so kismet.
We're going to go. And so we haven't worked together in over a year, Tom and I. He's probably called me 6 times just to check in. And this most recent call was, "Hey, you want to come hang out?" And he goes, "I know you'd appreciate it because you're from Detroit. And if you're going to be," because I'm not flying you out, "but if you want to," he goes, "I can probably get you in the game and we'll go have dinner after somewhere nice and quiet." So Julie and I are going to go hang with that amazing Tom Selleck, so that's the guy who hired me on Blue Bloods, and that was the 3rd job he's given me since we knew each other on In and Out. That's Tom Selleck. Then you have Kevin Wade, the executive producer, who wrote the 2 episodes that created my character, established my character, and Kevin Wade did a final pass on every scene that our 2 characters had, because Kevin Wade had our vocabulary. And when I say vocabulary, that includes the unspoken. And
yeah, because a lot of what you guys do is the unspoken
It's the unspoken. And you can't make a silk purse from a sow's ear. The writing was so good. It is so immediately understandable. You know what that journey is, what the emotional heft is, that all you have to do, all we had to do was make it sound like those words were coming out of our mouths, because the storytelling is so good. The audience is already so invested. And that's the luxury of how many years? 14 years of doing that show. Our fan base, they know us better than we do. So
yeah, I mean, speaking of that, and I don't want to get off on it, but they even knew, like with your weight loss or your whatever, that was all put up in there and everything.
And there was some upheaval too. There are a lot of people who
didn't want you to do that.
They liked an obese Garrett, yeah, and many of them were. Well, I don't know. Not only 1 or 2 people said, "Yeah, I didn't want to accept the fact that you were taking better care of yourself than I was," and they went, "So I wanted to believe you were dying of something. Sorry about that." It was like, "Oh no, you know what? I understand that. Sure, that makes sense." But there's such an ownership. So that relationship was, because it's on the page. Kevin Wade took care of that show. And our characters specifically, and everything that was in the commissioner's world, that include Abby Hawk as Baker and Bob Clohessy as Gormley, who we have a chat thread that we hit every day, the 3 of us.
Yeah, you guys are so connected.
Miss each other terribly. So